What's the number one? What are the big roadblocks that you help professional, athletes get over? What is the roadblock that they keep running into? They're obviously talented, they're hardworking. They must have at some point been introduced to the right surroundings and right people to get where they're at and get an opportunity to even try out, let alone like operate inside of an NHL or any kind of a professional sports network. What's the thing that number one most common thing that happens to highly talented athletes that sets them back, holds them back from getting to the next level that you actually can isolate, focus on, and help them work on and fix?
Yeah, I would say the biggest one is negative self-talk. We all experience the thoughts all day long. We roughly experience 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. And 90% of the thoughts that we will experience today are the same exact thoughts that we experienced yesterday. And unfortunately, 70% of them are negative. So the more you can step into awareness and understanding that, right, you are then essentially a victim to your own mindset. Whether you're aware of the thoughts or not, your body is always paying attention. That's the mind-body connection, so many players, regardless of age, regardless of, ability levels, they just don't understand the power and ability they have to stop negative thinking and recreate new thoughts that are going to fall in line at a quicker rate with the player they are and the player that they want to be. So negative self-talk is a massive one, but performance anxiety is another huge one that, again, it doesn't matter. I was working with a 29-year-old pro that plays over in Europe, and one of his biggest roadblocks was he got way too nervous before games, and he just didn't know how to manage himself in that. But I was able to guide and help him on getting to the root cause of his performance anxiety through the work that I've done on myself. I mentioned these books. There's so many other books that I've read, but it's in the deeper work that I've done on myself that has been able to eliminate so many of the roadblocks, so that's what I really try and help my athletes with is, again, getting to the root cause of our whatever the struggle is, because in my opinion, everything in our adult life is directly connected to our childhood. So if we can go back to those places and maybe re-coach ourselves, again, if this performance anxiety is coming from how a coach used to treat us within the game at our younger ages, then that's a recoaching. And so there's a process to doing it. It might take a few times, but you're worthy of that. And you're certainly capable of it. Just in time, or at times, players just need, proper guidance on how to go back and heal that version of themselves so that they can be more present and not get out of control with that anxiety.
Yeah. What are some immediate exercises that you really try to instill into the athletes around the negative self-talk, right? Like where do you immediately try to shift them to? Obviously what they're doing is not serving them, but let's incorporate these exercises that I know will serve you to really overcome that challenge.
Yeah, sure. So the first tool, and it's a very simple tool. It's very easy to apply in literally any area of your life, but it's within the first 20 to 30 minutes after we wake up is when the subconscious mind is the most aware. Our brain waves are on a theta frequency, so our brain waves are very slow, and that's the same exact brain waves that we were experiencing in the first 7-8 years that we were alive. We were in that theta frequency, so we were in absorption mode. So how we were spoken to by our parents, our closest caretakers, brothers, sisters, friends, classmates, teammates, their voices eventually became our inner voice. So there's a way to rewire and reprogram that. And a perfect time to do that is, again, within those first 20 to 30 minutes. So I guide them on just having, a different routine to start their day. Instead of getting up and getting straight on your phone, which we've all been there, we know, well, now you're feeding the subconscious mind technology. Your subconscious mind is going to want more of that throughout the rest of the day. So instead of doing that, I get them into some positive self-talk to start their day. And by starting your day with that, what it opens you up to is becoming more aware of your thinking and your thought patterns throughout the rest of the day. So again, we know we're going to go back unconscious at some point during the day. And so again, with starting your day with that, it opens up an opportunity for you to recognize that. And then once you've recognized, now a new choice is available to you. And once the new choice is there, we then get to step into being the conscious thinker, the active thinker. And when we're producing our own thoughts, we're going to choose to make those positive. And then if they're positive in the mind, again, we get to experience a different feeling in the body as well.
you.